Are you struggling with feeling stuck in your life journey? Does it seem as if the challenges or conflicts that you keep experiencing are on repeat? Healing through feeling could be your new way through to a more satisfying life. Now, here is the host of the Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show, licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide, Sharyn Nichols.
Welcome, everyone, to today's show. I am Sharyn Nichols, and you are listening to the Feel to Heal show. And today's topic is let your light shine and shake your tail feathers. And first and foremost, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in and listening, and let you know that I am a licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide. And I have been with this topic of light and shaking your tail feather, and it has been working me in such incredible, bright ways. And purposely, I chose a light color just to lighten. Things have just been so heavy lately that I just wanted to lighten the things up. So I have a meditation that I want to start with, because I'm feeling that that's exactly what I need right now to just anchor myself and be here. I mean, I am here, I'm always present. And I think that is definitely part of what today's show is all about. It's about allowing me to just show up as me and allow my light to shine. And so I want to talk to you about your light. And I have some ideas, I have some experiences that I'm going to share a little bit later on. Although, first, let's anchor, let's be present. So, receiving a breath and allowing your eyes to close, of course, as always, is if it is safe to do so. Paying attention to your breath with each inhale and exhale. Feel your body getting more and more and more and more relaxed. Visualize an opening at the top of your head and a beam of light that connects you out to the cosmos. Out to the cosmos, even if need be, towards the sun. Feel it towards the sun. Receive a breath. Now visualize that there's two beams of light growing down through the soles of your feet, connecting you with Mother Earth. Each foot. Your connection with the vertical light above and below allows you to feel safe, grounded, and supported, like a tree with roots of light. Now imagine a spark of light that is buried deep within your heart. It may be really tiny. There may even be some darkness around it. And you might feel a little removed from the light. Just breathe into it. Just be in the noticing, be in the allowing. And know that this spark within you is always present. Spark. Now ignite it. Ignite the spark with intention. Nurture the light. Feed the light. Love the light. Notice as the light expands through your heart. Let it shine out. Let your light shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine Feel your light growing brighter and stronger, filling up and surrounding all parts of you as you acknowledge your own true power, wisdom, and love. Receive a breath on that. Let your light shine and allow yourself to be a beacon. Give yourself permission to become one with the light within you. Let your light shine. Let your light shine. Remembering that depending on where you are in your own spiritual journey, your inner light may be dim or it may be bright. It is always there, ready for you to tap into it whenever you want. Connect with your light. Let your light shine. Allow yourself to be carried by the light. You're being lifted, supported, held up to a higher place. Allow yourself to feel elevated, expanded, stretched out, lit up. Now, in your mind's eye, and from a place of strength and connection, share your light with others. Sending it out, starting with the people closest to you. Let your light shine. Let the light extend beyond the people who are around you and let it nourish the whole world. The whole world needs your light. The whole world needs you. Again, allow yourself to be a beacon, to be a lighthouse. Remembering that at any given moment, you can connect with your inner light. You can bring divine light in and then carry it out into the world. Now, with a huge sense, embrace of gratitude and appreciation for your light, receive the breath of light. Come back to this present moment. Make a commitment to not let anything, no thought, or anyone dim your light. Let your light shine. Please let your light shine. And when you are ready, allow your eyes to open. And let your light shine, always. even in moments where you don't think you have it, you always do. You always have it within you to ignite that spark, because the spark is always in you. You know, it's like that pilot light that's on all of our heaters or our ovens, those that have gas heaters. The pilot light is always lit. It just needs to be ignited. So there's always a light. Always a light. Wow. And I also just got, in Judaism, there always needs to be a light on around the Torah, around, the Bible, about the script, around the scriptures. There always has to be a light. And wow. And in the house, in the houses that I grew up in, there was a time when they were building the temple that I guess became the neighborhood Judaic temple, and they housed the Torahs in the basement. Not when I lived there, the previous owners. And there was a light socket that had a light bulb that was always on. There was always a light in honoring. That's what I always made of it. It was always in honoring that there should always be a light on your inner holiness, on your inner greatness, on your inner knowing. So please, please don't let anyone dim your light. Whew. It's very warm here today, and I have been with this, and I've been with the light, but the light also can bring heat. So allow, just allow. Oh, all right. So I want to talk about why I chose this topic. I just was feeling that let your light shine and shake your tail feathers. So let's just talk about shaking your tail feathers. To me, that I then looked it up, because shake your tail feathers just kept popping into my head. And so I looked it up, and it is actually the definition of shake your tail feathers is it's old fashioned. It's dance, enjoy, move. So the song itself, because it is a song that was written and performed in 1963, before I was even born. And the song references a number of dance styles, moves, including the boogaloo, the twist, the fly, the bird, the monkey, the mashed potato, the duck, and the watusi. So it's about dance. And to me, dance is lightness. Dance is movement. Dance is just a way to express yourself. And dancing can also put you in a better mood. I mean, dance brings all those positive endorphins that we, get those wonderful chemicals that get released in our brains. Get to dance and just move. And so it was about lightness, and ballet dancers are very light on their feet. They're very graceful. It's very, very light. So with all this light, we're going to take our first break. And so thank you so much for tuning in to the Feel to Heal show with myself, Sharyn Nichols, on the Inspired Choices Network. And we're going to continue to talk about light and movement and shadow and heavy and all of the wonderful, incredible definitions to light. See you back here in a moment. Thanks.
At different times on our life journey, we can feel stuck and struggle with seeing our way through. What if the answer to the struggle is just to go deeper than the surface? By tuning in to Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show, with licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide Sharyn Nichols, you'll receive insight and guidance on exploring your feelings in order to heal yourself. Are you ready to create a more satisfying, peaceful, and successful life? Listen for the Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Mountain, and 3 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Healing through feeling is possible. What if you could start living life as you were meant to, before all the conditioning and trauma covered up your beautiful soul? What if your relationships could deepen through a more authentic connection to your feelings and others? A more satisfying, successful, and peaceful life is attainable when you work with Sharyn Nichols, marriage and family therapist and life guide. Connect through her website, feeltoheal.com, or her email, SharynNichols@feeltoheal.com, to learn more about the Feel to Heal process. Isn't it time for you to start healing?
This is Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols Show with licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide Sharyn Nichols. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also ask questions or comments by email by sending to Sharyn Nichols at feeltoheal.com. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's show. Today's topic is light, and this is the Feel to Heal show with myself, Sharyn Nichols, and I am just emanating light. I am just sending out my light to all of you who have been feeling so much of the heaviness that has been going on. So much has transpired in the world, in my own little world in the past week, that I want to start with the solstice. So here in the Northern Hemisphere, it was the first day of summer, which now begins growth. And I know I did a whole show on the seasons, and now it is time to grow. And I think that a really good place to start is with your light. Let's grow the light within. Let's ignite it. Let's spark it. Let's nourish it. Let's pound it into the ground and know that your light is always supported. And in this Southern Hemisphere, it was the first day of winter. So it's now about the balance. And so now it's about going within and not dimming the light, just acknowledging the shadow. Because dark doesn't have to be bad or evil or any of that. And the darkness can seem heavy, and that's okay. Although the quickest way to get out of the dark is to shine the light. And so I believe and will continue to hold that everything is always in balance with light and with dark. And so we had the longest day of light in the Northern Hemisphere and the shortest day of light in the Southern Hemisphere. And notice I said shortest day of light as opposed to longest day of dark. It's all perspective and all how you look at it and how you present it. So for me, light, I looked up light because you know me, I always go to the dictionary and was amazed as to how many different definitions there are of light, and that light is an adjective, a noun, a verb, and an adverb. There's so many different definitions of it. So for today's purposes, I'm going to talk about light, and its two definitions for me are having to do with seeing and then weight. So much has been going on. And so, yes, I just let out a heavy sigh because of weight. And so let's talk about weight of body and lightness of weight. And how much do we fucking carry? How much weight do we carry because we are so afraid to be light? I know for myself, I was holding on to things that were not serving me. I was being heavy and not allowing myself to lighten. I wasn't allowing to, even through the heaviness and even through the weight, to shine my light. And now we need light to see. And I think that that's also really, really important. Although I'm assuming that a lot of us can also see through the dark. I'm always fascinated by my cat because cats have incredible rods and cones and they can see in the dark. And I will often give my cat a snack late at night and wait for him to finish before I turn off the light. And I'm like, why? Every single time I say to myself, Sharyn, why won't you just turn off the light? Because I think he needs to see. He actually doesn't. And so it's all my own perception. It's all what's going on in my own head. So let's lighten. Let's just be light. Let's just be full of light. And let's actually look and see in the dark. Because even when it is the winter time and it is the time to go within, you still always have the light. You still always have that light within you. It's always there. So you can always brighten. Always brighten. Brighten yourself, brighten the room, brighten the people around you, brighten the world, even in the darkest of moments. There's always light to be brought. Light. I know I keep sighing because I'm still feeling so heavy. And I just want to be in the light. And it's funny, I had to give a speech the other night and I was sharing with some people that it was actually quite easy for me. It was quite easy for me just to show up and speak. I had practiced, so I felt good. I, had read my speech over and over again multiple times, and was able to read from a teleprompter, which also made it very easy because then I was able to look at the teleprompter and everyone thought that I was looking at them. Although I didn't really have to see a lot, although I just showed up as the light. And the main reason why I was able to do that was because I left the little person, that scared little girl that wants to hide in the shadows and hide in the dark or pull me down and not allow me to shine my light. I left her here. I left her at home. I did not bring her with me to the venue. She had her own place. I set her up in her own little room. Remember the show that I did on your vat? She got to play in the vat, in the room, in the scared place, in the shadow, in the dark, in the heaviness. And I gave her a wonderful box of crayons and paint. And let her just mess up the entire room. And you know what? She didn't have to clean it up. She got to just leave it there. And every so often I let her come out and we have some conversations. And then I have her go back because she, who is still a part of me, blocks me from allowing my light to shine. And I just want to show up as the light, as because there's just so much heaviness going on around us. And it's not that I don't want to address that. I do, because it is real. It is. A lot of decisions that I have no control over are being made for me, and I'm assuming you as well. And so I want to acknowledge that there's a lot of things that are happening in our lives that we have absolutely no control over, and it fucking sucks. So I'm not trying to be Pollyanna-ish about it or ignoring it or acting as though it's not there, because it is. However, if that's the darkness and that's the shadow, let's just shine some light on it. Because that is within our control. That is within our power. That is within my sending the light out. So yes, I did. I sent during that meditation, you have no idea where my light went. I sent it out throughout the entire world to every human being, to every tree, to every shrub, to every creature, even the people that I don't agree with, even the people that I don't particularly care for. How's that? Because they have their own light. And maybe it's just been dim for too long and they don't know where to find it or how to even spark it or ignite it. And so I'm sending mine out to them. I'm going to be that beacon and hope that maybe they will see it and find it and shed some light and see that not everything has to be so dark and so heavy, and that not everything needs to be weighted down. There's a difference between anchoring and being weighted. Anchoring is your choice. Anchoring allows you to be grounded and not being all up here and not being present. Anchoring allows you to be present. Weighted is a heaviness, is a feeling that then doesn't allow you to be present. Because if you're feeling weighted and heavy, you're thinking about, I'm going to say the past, or you're worrying about the future, and it doesn't allow you to be in the present moment. I know I keep doing this, although that's what I keep doing. I keep moving my arms. For those who can't see me, I keep circling. I'm making circles of light. And again, it's popping in my head on Shabbat, before we say the prayer over the candles to light the candles. We do this 3 times. We circle around and we bring in the light before we even ignite the candle, before we even spark. It's about bringing in the light. It's about moving the energy, moving the light so it's not stagnant. Because that's also what light is. It's a beacon. It's constantly moving. I've just been with the light. I know I keep saying that because I want it. I want to embrace it. I want to always know that it's there, even in moments when I think it isn't. And I guess I'm making some assumptions here that is something that we all need and that we all want. Because even when shit happens, and it does on a regular basis, and even when we show up for things that we know are going to set us back or set our psyche back, all we have to do is bring the light. Use the light as a barrier of protection. So on that, I'm going to receive a breath, and we're going to take another break. And when we come back, we're going to still be in conversation about light and what we can do and what we can do with it. And I'm going to lighten up the conversation ever so slightly. So I'll see you back here in a moment. Thanks for tuning in and listening to myself, Sharyn Nichols, on the Feel to Heal show on the Inspired Choices Network. See you back in a moment.
At different times on our life journey, we can feel stuck and struggle with seeing our way through. What if the answer to the struggle is just to go deeper than the surface? By tuning in to Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show, with licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide Sharyn Nichols, You'll receive insight and guidance on exploring your feelings in order to heal yourself. Are you ready to create a more satisfying, peaceful, and successful life? Listen for the Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Mountain, and 3 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
Healing through feeling is possible. What if you could start living life as you were meant to before all the conditioning and trauma covered up your beautiful soul? What if your relationships could deepen through a more authentic connection to your feelings and others? A more satisfying, successful, and peaceful life is obtainable when you work with Sharyn Nichols, marriage and family therapist and life guide. Connect through her website, feeltoheal.com, or her email, SharynNichols@feeltoheal.com, to learn more about the Feel to Heal process. Isn't it time for you to start healing?
This is Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols Show with licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide Sharyn Nichols. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also ask questions or comments by email by sending to SharynNichols@feeltoheal.com. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Feel to Heal show with myself, Sharyn Nichols, on the Inspired Choices Network. And we're talking about letting your light shine. So when was the last time that you unapologetically let your light shine? How do you show up? Is it hard for you? Is it easy? What is preventing you from you showing up? Because showing your own true colors, showing your own light, because white light is all of the colors of the spectrum of the rainbow. And so you showing up and showing your own true colors, which is the rainbow, and yes, we're still in Pride Month, which are all the colors of the rainbow, you get to inspire others. That's also what bringing the light is about, inspiring others to show up for themselves. I would like to think that that is one of the things that I do is in bringing the light for myself first, of course, because it has to come from me and it has to be genuine and it has to be real. And so it's about anchoring, not heavy, not weighted, anchoring, and then shining. I want to be that candle. I want to be that beacon. I want everyone to know that you have it within you to just shine. There's nothing to be afraid of. Nothing. You know, in doing some of my research, I was shown an article about about fear of shining your light and being in the spotlight. And I don't know if I mentioned, in terms of doing hands, one of the things actually in terms of my life purpose, according to my fingerprints and in my hands, is that I'm supposed to be in the spotlight. I'm an artist in the spotlight, teacher, all of that. And it was that word spotlight that did get me caught up for a long time because, I break down words and I give them well, they do have meaning, but then I assign my own meaning to them. And one of the biggest things that I ever did for myself was in terms of saying yes to was this incredible show. And so this for me has absolutely put me into the spotlight for myself, because that's what I realized, that this is for me. I'm in the spotlight for me, not from an egoic place, because I don't need to be in the spotlight or be recognized by you, meaning to be in the spotlight. I am shining my own spotlight. I think that made sense. It did, at least to me. And that brings us to one of the first things to do in order to anchor and bring in the light is smile. Smile. Smiling lights you up first. You know, it takes more muscles to frown. We've discussed this before. Smile, and it's contagious. Smile at people, smile at anyone and everyone who you see, because that is, I believe smiling is the first wave of showing your light. It's the first wave of being a beacon for those around you, for those who can see you. Smile. So yes, I'm being goofy. Kooky. I was called kooky or quirky. Actually, I was called quirky. I was like, cool. I've never been called quirky. I love it. In the past, I suppose being called quirky, I would assign so much heaviness to it, or so much weight, that I would have to go running and prove that I'm not. And you know what? I'm okay. I'm okay. I am the light. I get to be the light. It's so much fun. It's so awesome. It's so awesome to be me, and not from an egoic place at all. I get to just show up and be present and not be weighted down by my past thoughts, by all of my experiences that fucking sucked. I get to be uplifted by being in the present moment, because when you are present, there is no past. There is no future. There's nothing for me to worry about. I don't need to even be thinking about what's going to come out of my mouth next. I just get to speak, just open. So I'm going to find humor and positivity in every situation, because that is one of the ways to bring light, to lighten up. Don't you love that? Don't you love when people tell you to lighten up? It's because they can't handle your being heavy in the moment. So I'm not telling you to lighten up. What action I'm calling you to is to allow your light to shine. So if you are feeling heavy, let your light shine. I'm not telling you to lighten up. If you want to lighten your load, that's on you. And that's okay. I'm bringing it to, oh my gosh, what's the word? I'm bringing it to the light. I'm bringing it to the consciousness. I'm bringing it to your consciousness. So you know what? Thank you, because I'm no longer going to say lighten up. Because God, how condescending that is. How annoying that is. No, I'm going to say, bring the light. Be the light. Be the light that you want to be. Again, well, you know what? I guess that can also be a little annoying. Yeah, I guess I can be annoying. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Because there is a time and place. acknowledge the darkness, acknowledge the weight, and then move on. Shine the light on it. Shine your light. Let go of the heaviness. See, I uncrossed my arms. My arms were crossed, for those who can't see. And that is lightness, openness, allowing. Laugh at yourself. That's what I've been doing. I've been laughing at myself. And laughing at myself allows me to just lighten up. And I try and surround myself with supportive people. And that doesn't always happen because there are people who are coming from those lower based energies, which are the shadow, which are, fear and lack and envy and jealousy. And that's okay. They can have them. I don't have to take them on. Just because they're feeling a certain way, I can just shine some light on it. So I'm not telling them to lighten up. I'm just going to shine my light on it. And then again, that's how you break out the shadow. There is no more darkness. There is no lower based energy. There is no fear. There is no lack. And again, that's what I was referring to before with me giving the speech the other night, me giving the talk. I did not allow fear to even show up. I left fear at home with the lights on. and if there was, I just shined a light on it. So yes, now I feel like I just want to walk around with a light shining on me now at all times. Well, that'd be kind of funny. God, could you imagine? See, me being light. Could you imagine, one of those, the hats that have the spin around thing? What if there's just, they have lights. They have hats that have lights on them, so you could see at night. And, people should be wearing them when they're out at night running so you don't get hit. Interesting. Okay. I'm just having all of these wonderful little, yes, like a miner's cap. Yes. So it's going to be, though, about shining the light on you and then also shining the light out. So you need to have two lights, much like in the meditation, two lights to ground you from each foot. So you have a light that comes out and then you have a light that shines down. So you're always in the light. And even when you close your eyes, you're still in the light. So we're going to go to break in just a second. And when we come back, I'm going to give you some more things that you can do for yourself, for those around you, to just be the light. Just be the light and just smile, even through your tears, because it's okay. It's okay to cry and also be the light. Lord knows I've been doing it for my entire life. And there's nothing that you need to make of it other than just that they're just feelings, and bringing your feelings to light. It's okay. Thank you so much to tuning in to the Feel to Heal show with myself, Sharyn Nichols. And we're just talking about the light, because bringing the light is all about inspiring others and inspiring yourself first. Be that spark, be the light. See you back here in a moment.
At different times on our life journey, we can feel stuck and struggle with seeing our way through. What if the answer to the struggle is just to go deeper than the surface? By tuning in to Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show, with licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide Sharyn Nichols, you'll receive insight and guidance on exploring your feelings in order to heal yourself. Are you ready to create a more satisfying, peaceful, and successful life? Listen for the Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Mountain, and 3 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Healing through feeling is possible. What if you could start living life as you were meant to before all the conditioning and trauma covered up your beautiful soul? What if your relationships could deepen through a more authentic connection to your feelings and others? A more satisfying, successful, and peaceful life is attainable when you work with Sharyn Nichols, marriage and family therapist and life guide. Connect through her website, feeltoheal.com, or her email, SharynNichols@feeltoheal.com, to learn more about the Feel to Heal process. Isn't it time for you to start healing?
This is Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols Show with licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide Sharyn Nichols. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also ask questions or comments by email by sending to SharynNichols@feeltoheal.com. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Feel to Heal show today. Today's topic has been about light and shining your light. And I do want to acknowledge once again that how difficult it may be for you to shine your light when you are feeling so much darkness around you. And there's no shame in feeling the heaviness. There's no shame in just allowing yourself to be a human being. And so for me, the biggest antidote to that is dancing, is moving. Just move, because even if you're just watching me move and how silly I look with my face and my shoulders, I'm doing the, oh my gosh, from John Travolta in Pulp Fiction. We see that, whenever I see that, it just makes me smile, because the whole point to me, that movie is so heavy and so dark, although they're dancing, and it gets the endorphins going. It makes you feel good, and it's okay. I'm just going to say it's okay to feel depressed and still shine your light. Because if you just shine your light and share yourself, no matter what you're feeling, it'll move you. It will change things. That's why smiling, just put a smile on your, the fake it till you make it. I didn't really understand it, or I take it back. I did understand it, and I never really wanted to do it because I didn't like it. I didn't want to fake something, because I'm real. I'm 100%. I'm always honest, and I always tell the truth, and I'm always real. Nothing fake. Except sometimes we have to allow the energy, the positive energy of others to come up underneath us and support us until we can actually tap into it for ourselves. So allow your light to shine. Stop comparing yourself and your life with others. It's okay. It's okay to, it's just okay to just accept yourself. And Know that you always have the spark, and don't let anyone dim your light. And going back to those positive endorphins, dance, move, put on your favorite song, shake your tail feather, do some of those dances that I mentioned before. You know, do the twist, do the swim. I love the swim. Even do the Macarena as I hit the microphone. Dance, just move your body. It's all good because moving your body ignites the spark and lets your light shine and just please allow yourself to shine the light, to shine your beauty, your greatness, your wisdom, your love. Even if you're not feeling it, the light is always there. You may not see it, although it's always there. So please allow your body to ignite the spark. Move. That's what I do before every show. You should see. And actually, that's also what I do. You know, I'm always dancing at the beginning of the show with my music because it helps me. It supports me. It allows it's the spark that I need in order to be present. Even with all the fucking shit that is going on around me. Even when my child, my boyfriend, my best friend, my clients, my acquaintances, the world, my community, all of it. Even when something is out of whack. Even if they're in the darkness or in the shadow and I'm feeling it, I'm just going to shine a little light. So just like, oh my gosh, what is that song? Is it like Glowworm? Shine your light. Not from a condescending place though at all. It's so we can all show up. Oh yes, this little light of mine. Thank you. I'm going to let it shine. Thank you. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Because that's what you have. Your light is your light. No one can take it away from you, no matter what. No matter fucking what. Let your light shine. Smile. Dance. Breathe. When in doubt, breathe in, breathe out. And so, thank you so much for listening to today's show about light. And I'm so excited for next week's show. Free to be you and me. What does it actually mean to be free? What does it mean? Is freedom a choice or is it a responsibility? Sometimes the freedom of choosing how we show up in this world can feel paralyzing instead of empowering. So I really want to talk about freedom as we move into July here in the United States. And will be July 4th, supposedly Independence Day. So we're going to talk about freedom and independence and what it actually means on an individual and a group level. And I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. When in doubt, breathe in, breathe out. Have a wonderful week. Take care. Bye.
Thank you for choosing to listen to the Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show. Sharyn Nichols will return next Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Mountain, and 3 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. We hope you'll join us. Until then, Give up the struggle, feel all you need to feel, and make this week your best one yet.